Hey friends and family, I decided to bring the dogs out into the forest so we could cook breakfast today. There I am getting water for the dogs, spilling my coffee, and there's me whipping all my crap out because there's coffee all over the bottom of the sled. So that's how this starts out. So far so good. And here I am giving the dogs some water finally. And I decided to do this so Scott could sleep in because he wasn't feeling good the last couple of days, and I didn't want the dogs going in and out of the house making tons of noise, and I really felt like having a fire and cooking outside today. So I'm just gonna set up camp. So now that everything's set up, I'm just going to start my fire, which is pretty easy. I'm just throwing some twigs, some birch bark, and then I have another pile of twigs. And then after that, I'm going to endlessly search for my lighter, which I think I forgot. But it's in the very bottom of the bag. Eventually I do find it. So now we just have to wait till our fire dies down a bit and we have some nice good coals to cook on. And if you noticed, I almost slipped and fell on the blanket on the tarp, so I end up changing that up later and end up just putting the blanket down because it's way too slippery. So I'm just gonna get all my stuff and prepped and ready to go for having breakfast. We're gonna have some scrambled eggs and some hash browns. Millie's pretty excited about it, but it'll be a while before we're eating, so we're just gonna sit down and relax and enjoy the beauty around us and enjoy our beautiful campfire. And Millie was super good sticking around camp and hanging with the other dogs. And they had a really good time out here today. As you can see in a minute, they're about to get crazy. Well, after a whole bunch of running around, they're finally hanging out because food is almost ready. But it was pretty smoky. I kept getting smoke in my eyes, as you could see. So, cooking blindly. Kind of trying to stir everything up. And here's the point where I flicked the spatula and realized I threw meat onto the snow. Of course, Rocky's right in there checking it out right away. So, not much longer now, and we're going to be eating our breakfast. watching over them because their dishes are plastic and they keep sliding all over. So I end up holding them a couple times. And then I'm going to stand and eat my sandwich like a helicopter dog mom and watch over my dogs while I'm eating instead of sitting down and relaxing. And there I am holding Millie's dish with my foot and just making sure they're able to get every last bit of their breakfast. They're really good dogs. I never have any kind of issues with food aggression. They're all really good together. So I'm just hanging out here, making sure they can get every last bit of food of their delicious breakfast they had. And then after breakfast, Rocky's got himself a nice mouse for dessert. Here he is pissed because I took it away from him. And this is us getting back to the cabin. And I have Millie on a leash, so when we go back, she goes directly in the yard. It was a little bit awkward with her kind of hanging out in front of the sled. But it worked out and we headed back to the bunkie. And of course the dogs were still in the mindset that we have to go sit and hang out at Papa Bunkie. So that's exactly what we did. We went and hung out at Papa Bunkie. And the girls just hung out up front, and Rocky curled up in the blanket next to me and watched the girls. And it was a really great morning, and we had a really great time out in the woods. So I had an early morning cookout with the dogs. Well, it's probably like afternoon now. It took me that long to get coals burning. And anyways, I was at my parents' yesterday having dinner. See this guy there with the background running around. And I uploaded one of my YouTube videos for my dad to see. And he asked me to turn my camera sideways because it doesn't fill the TV screen. And so, Dad, let me know. I did it sideways. Let me know how this worked. I love you guys.